Be the change that you want to see. Often quoted and misquoted, this phrase has become part of all motivational speeches, but doesn't seem to necessarily move people to action. That's because it's almost like it's a value statement on the wall. People can read it, but they can't make sense of how it looks like in behavior or in action. As human beings, we all make sense of the world around us in stories. So that's exactly what this week's episode is about, on how statements convert to action. Well, what do we do when we want to find information about someone? Yes, we Google it. And top on the searches could be a LinkedIn page, it could be a school page, a college page, a Wikipedia entry, maybe, or something related to a work conference. These are the typical top few searches. If we don't find things in the first few searches, we might scroll down a bit, but maybe not beyond the first page, at best the second. But what if this information doesn't pop up? Does it mean it's not there? Does it mean if the person hasn't done that kind of work? Well, this is what Jessica Wade came across. Jessica Wade is a physicist attached to the Imperial College. She's involved with the development of new generation of carbon-based semiconductors to make optical and electronic devices such as TVs, solar panels, and all more energy efficient. She works in a team of 5 people with a wider team of 15. Of them, only one other scientist is a woman. Science is a very male-dominated field. And she says that as soon as I walk into a physics department that had a majority of men, a majority of people from white privileged backgrounds, I realized that not everybody is getting the opportunity to study physics or even getting excited about it. And this lack of diversity impacts the science that we do, the questions that we ask, the kind of products that we bring to the society, and what do we see in terms of the world around us and who benefits. So she decides to take science to more people, but has found that there are knowledge gaps in the internet's free, multilingual, collaborative encyclopedia. Yes, Wikipedia. Wikipedia is an amazing platform. It is used by more than 15 billion access points a month. It could be parents, it could be teachers, it could be policymakers, journalists, scientists, Amazon, Alexa, Google Home. They all use Wikipedia when they're looking for information. But there's a big problem. About 90% of the Wikipedia contributors and editors are men. And about 90% of the biographies in English language are about women, only 19%. And this came to fore for her even more so when she had gone for a climate conference, and it was around oceanography. She had met this American climatologist called Kim Cobb, and she comes back from the conference and looks up for her on Wikipedia and found that there was nothing on her oceanographic research. So she decides to take things in her hand. She's now part of a network of women editors and leads workshops on how to write for Wikipedia, saying that a person's presence and their work on the internet means that they are discoverable. Jessica started this work in 2018 and has since written 2,000 pages of entries by herself at the rate of one a night from her home. And how does this play out? Say, for instance, about Kim Cobb, little girls who are Googling something, say, let's say about sea urchins, will click through and land on this Wikipedia page about this awesome woman scientist who has contributed to it. And if you're trying to nominate someone for an award or to become a fellow or invite someone to give a lecture, you always Google them, don't you? And if you can find a biography there, which is nicely summarized and written somewhere, just like in Wikipedia, it's much easier for somebody to give a citation or a reference. And this happened for Gladys West. She's a 92-year-old Black American mathematician whose profile was one of the first pages that Jessica Wade wrote on Wiki. She started in 1956 when racial segregation was imposed legally in the US, and she worked for 42 years on Navy navigation systems. Her calculations eventually led to the development of GPS. So Jessica researched Gladys to write a page on her, and there was very little about her online. She was almost 90 years old, and nobody had celebrated her work. And in Jessica's words, I put the wiki page online in February 2018. And in May 2018, she was in BBC's top 100 women in the world list. And then she was inducted in the US Air Force Hall of Fame. And she won the Royal Academy of Engineering Prince Philip Medal, which had never before gone to a woman. And this was brought to light because Jessica did that work on creating that Wikipedia page and entry for Gladys West. Now, how does this translate to us at work in our life? We always end up saying, oh, this is the way it's always been. Nothing has changed around here. Nothing changes around here. We reframe the question to, what do I do to ensure that it does change? Do share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear back from you.